Hello to all of on the Instagram at the same time because I'm too tired to do individual streams. Now listen. I can't do it all, but I can do it all at once. So I'd like to share with you 3 things that I learned from doing my first summit this week. Number 1, I am excited. I'm excited. I'm also tired. That's not one of the 3 things. Hey, everybody. How you doing? How is your week? How are you doing? So this week, if you haven't heard, I did something called the Captivating Conversations Summit. Captivating Conversations Summit. It's actually CaptivatingConversations.live. If you're here on Instagram, it's the first link in my bio. And if you're here on the Facebook, I will come and share the link. It's just really CaptivatingConversations.live. Trina, you were there all week. Shamika, you were there all week. I don't know if some of the other folks were there, but you need to know about this. For the record, it was such an epic week and people had such a good time that I have decided to leave the replays open for the weekend. So if you didn't hear about this, if you're just now hearing about this, if you heard about it and you signed up and you didn't get a chance to watch, I got you. If you have already registered, then you know where to go, CaptivatingConversations.live, and just log in and the replays will be unlocked for you. If you didn't join, come on and get your whole life. We had experts talking about health and wealth and business and life. And it was life. It was a great summit. I'm really, really proud of it. So I'd like to share with you 3 things I learned doing my first summit. Hey, hello, everybody. Hello. So number 1, tech happens. Tech happens. I had all kinds of tech issues try to shut me down. The website that we built, that was built and then everything was built on it was not acting right, no matter how we programmed it. It just all kinds of issues. It sent out too many emails. One person wrote me an email and said, do we really need 30 emails a day? She had a little attitude. And she was right. It was a lot of emails, but we didn't set up the system. That's just how it does. And it sends out lots of reminders. And so we had to take out 1 or 2 of the emails so tech happens. I also got somebody, it's interesting. Customer service is very interesting. I learned a lot. This is a little bonus tip. I learned a lot about customer service. Those of you who are in business, happy almost birthday, Monique. I see you. Happy almost birthday to you. Those of you in business and you have to deal with your own customer service, people are interesting. Someone emailed us and said, the site that you're using is horrific. Horrific. Yeah, I hear you, less is more, but here's the thing about people. People forget. People sign up for something and then they forget. And the way this system works is that it reminded you every day of what was happening during the day. It reminded you 10 minutes before each talk. And then it reminds you an hour before each talk. And when you have 25 speakers, 5 each day, that's a lot of emails. And it sent out an email with the daily digest and the offers. It was a lot. And so less is more, except I do get, thank you for saying the makeup is popping. Do you see what's happening on the eyes? Do you see? Don't look at the nails, but look at the eyes. Less is more, but in this case, people need reminders, but not that many reminders. So, and what's interesting is that I'm going to be transparent with you. I had thousands of people sign up for this, but only 400 made it to the Facebook group, which is proof that people need reminders. So tech happens. Thousands. Where are all those thousands of people? We're going to come and get you because I want you to get your life. It was a great summit. People were inspired. I mean, if you were there, please let me know what you thought. So Liz, it's so interesting. Shamika, people are dramatic. And Liz said she appreciated the reminders. Listen, this is an interesting time. And a lot of us are home and some of us are still working and some of us are homeschooling our kids. And people are dramatic. Someone said it was horrific. Whatever site you used was horrific, but I wish you good luck with the summit. I was like, did she just do a bless your heart? You know how sometimes in the South, instead of cursing you out, they go, well, bless your heart. Bless your heart. That's what she did to me. It was a curse. She cursed me out. It was horrific. It is absolutely horrific, but we wish you best. Cheers to you. I was like, did she just bless your heart me? It's not my fault that the site is weird. So there were some customer service issues and there were some tech issues. And luckily, I have a team that was going in and answering everybody or as many people as possible. So see, Fifth on Fam says she needed the reminders. He or she, I can't see who you are, needed the reminder. So there you have it. It was oh, she definitely did a bless your heart. Oh, it was a bless your heart. Bless your heart. It's horrific. I wish you all the best. Make up your mind, lady. Make up your mind. Luckily, Team Kim was on it. We tried to handle. Then there were talks that were unlocked, and then they weren't unlocked, and it was a hot mess. But we got through it. We got through it. 5 days of incredible speakers talking about health and wealth. And yeah, what are you going to do next week? Well, I'll come to that in just a moment. So number 1 was tech happens. The number 2 thing that I learned doing my very first summit, by the way, I've been on many summits, and I actually decided this year, before the COVID pandemic experience happened, that as a speaker, so a lot of you know me as an actress and as a comedian, you may not know that I'm also a speaker and a coach. I coach people around the topic of loving their story and finding the jewels inside your stories, and then taking those stories and writing a book or writing speeches or writing your marketing message, right? And, one of my things is, and one of my coaches taught me this, it's not about getting your message out to the world, getting your mission out. It's about getting it into the hearts of people who would be changed by your message, by your story. And so this is my jam. So I've been on lots and lots of other people's summits, but I wanted to do my own. And I want to say this to everybody. I want to say to everyone here to ask yourself, where can you step out of your comfort zone and step into leadership in your world? Somebody said, bless her shade, bless her shade. Yeah, where can you step into a role of leadership? In all transparency, doing my own summit was a way of stepping into leadership and stepping into a way of saying, yeah, you may know me as Sinclair, you may know me as an actress, but I've got this gift as well. And my gifts are many, and you have many gifts too, is number 1, digging for the gifts. That's one of my gifts, is digging for gifts in other people. I meet you and I automatically see your gifts. I have that gift of being able to feel a sense of where your power really lies and loving to bring that forth. That's a gift I don't tell many people that I have, but I do, and I love it. And I'm stepping into that more than ever, and I'm stepping into that now. Also, love and laughter are my gifts. Storytelling is my gift. Sharing stories with others, helping others share their story, and collaboration is a gift of mine. I do well when I work on my own. I do better when I work with others. And so now that I know that about myself so deeply, it is a form of empath. I am an empath. I'm coming out. I have really nice empathic gifts, empathetic gifts. And so I say to you, what are your gifts and how can you step into a place of leadership? How can you come out with your gifts? Is there something that you do? Is there something that you feel? Is there something that you do better than other people? And I don't mean better as in competition. Like, are you just hella good at something? You need to step into your leadership right now. So I made this summit out of collaboration. I was like, I can be on a stage speaking by myself, or I can create a summit of some amazing, amazing people. And I did. I chose 25 of my besties. And my besties are Hollywood besties, real life besties, and biz besties. And so Ashley Ann, King Ashley Ann came and gave some amazing business building tips. Christine St. Ville came and talked about purpose and passion, the killer strategy that you need, KILLER, strategy that you need to have your purpose and your passion fulfilled. LaShonda Henry of Sister Sense came and dropped fire, 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 as she always says, talking about how to grow your business. Right now, you may need to pivot. And as I like to call it, you got to pivot on purpose. We're going to pivot. Maybe you can't do what you did before the COVID, before the pandemic, before the thing that's happening way out there. In here, what are you doing? In here, what are you doing? And I think that these times require that you step up to your leadership more than ever. Thank you for saying I look great. It's the leftover makeup. Hey, Destiny's donations. I hope that you are listening. I hope that you're liking this advice. So how can you step into your gifts? This time, this cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs time that's happening all out there is requiring that you in here step all the way up. That wasn't even one of the things on my list. But one of my gifts now is collaboration and pulling all these amazing people who came and brought the fire. Sade came and talked about branding, fire. My very first life coach, Andrea Quinn, came and dropped the fire, words of empowerment, how we speak, how we empower ourselves in unempowered times. Actually, the tag for this summit, Captivating Conversations, was how to thrive with certainty in uncertain times. If you step up to your geniusness, you can be certain in that. I stand in the truth of knowing that I have certain gifts that I share with the world, and you can stand in your truth of where you have your gifts in the world. Where are you magnificent? Thank you. Thank you, Patty Austin. I love her. I met her one time and there was an instant like, I love you, lady. I love Patty Austin. I would love to meet. So anyway, so that was number 2. Well, that's not even on the list. I was I'm just ranting about using your gifts. Yeah. So there. Good. I can't see all the comments. There's lots of comments. So I'm so glad. Yeah, self-talk is so important. Look, we can say awful, nasty, jacked up things to ourselves. You're so ... Why aren't you more ... You're not enough, blah, blah, blah. Or you can stand in the places where you are magnificent. Where are you, the bomb.com? Go stand there. Go stand up all in your magnificence. Where are you amazing? Go stand there. That's where you need to stand. Stand there. Don't stand over in that place where things are rotten and jacked up. Stand in the place where it's good. And it's more good than you know it is. It's more good than you know. So the next piece I'll say, and this is going to make me cry, I hope it doesn't make me cry, is that friendships will hold you up. Friendships will hold you up. In this process, I told you I invited besties, biz besties, Hollywood besties, and some of my best besties, like girls I've known since I was 14 years old. When I tell you they showed up and showed out as speakers and behind the scenes holding me up, texting me saying it's going great, inviting their friends of friends. I found out that 2 of my friends, Angela Frazier and Dr. Leslie Pousser, that's her maiden name, Dr. Leslie Ose-Tutu, who is a doctor who is on the front lines of this COVID experience. She, came out of the hospital, took off all of her stuff, disinfected herself and came live to talk to you. By the way, you can still sign up at CaptivatingConversations.live. And she explained her experience. She explained stuff that's going on in the hospital that no one will tell you because she's there. They don't tell you all the things on the news. My girlfriend told you. But at night, the 2 of them would get on a call with me and we would just love. And they held me up and they shared it with people and they watched it together with a group of other people. Your friends will hold you up more than ever. So just as a note, so someone just came here and said, hey, Soror, here's the deal. I bet you think that I am a Delta. Here's the thing. I'm not your Soror. Kim Whitley is your Soror. Somewhere many, many years ago, someone must have confused Kim Coles with Kim Whitley, and they put my name on the list of being Deltas. So I get so many Deltas going, hey, Soror, and I have to break their heart and go, I look really good in red, but I am not a Delta. So Delta, what Delta? I'm not your Soror, I'm not a Delta, but I'm your sister. Close enough. All right, so I hope that helps. Yeah, they confused. I'm on the list, and they won't take me off the list. I don't know why. I am me-fi me for now. Okay, so there's that. Woo, woo, woo to all of you. So, yeah, Kim Whitley is a Delta. She is. And like I said, people confuse us all the time. So I just always want to honor whenever somebody goes, hey, Soror, my heart always breaks a little bit to tell you that I'm not. It's because we look alike. Yeah. And we're both comedians. We're both sort of, energetic and all the things. So yeah, there it is. So friendships will hold you up. That's the second thing I learned from the summit. And I'm so grateful for that, grateful for these long-term friendships, and grateful for every person who showed up. That was my friend who came to teach, and all of them said yes before they even understood what it was. I was like, I'm doing this summit. It's called Captivating Conversations. Just come and teach what you know. I'm going to interview you. They were like, yep. I was like, oh, okay. So when you've got something good going, people will support you. Sometimes they won't, but sometimes they will. When it's really right, the heavens and earth will move to make that gift come to bear. Which brings me to number 3. The number 3 thing that I learned while doing a summit is that when you set an intention in place, along with divine guidance, it can't help but be successful. And you have to get out of the way and let it do what it do. You have to get out of the way and let it do what it do. Let the divine do what it's going to do. You say, okay, here's what I'm fitting to do. I want to do a thing called Captivating Conversations. I want people to thrive with certainty in uncertain times. I'm going to assemble 20 people. No, 25 people. No, 30 people. No, 25 people. I'm going to put this, I put all the pieces together. And I was like, all right, God, go ahead. You got this. Go ahead. What time do I show up? Okay, I'm gonna be there. Okay. How many people are gonna sign up? Oh, you got that? Okay, I'm gonna just get out of the way. Set a beautiful intention and then get out of the way. I have to tell you, the summit turned out even better than I thought it would. It was awesome. I was moved, and it's for you. So if I haven't explained to you, it is free. It's a free summit, and all this weekend we're doing a captivating binge weekend. So you can binge watching Netflix, but Netflix will always be there. This will not always be around. On Sunday night at midnight, it all goes back in the vault unless you signed up to be one of my VIPs. And if you're one of my VIPs, you know already you've got 30 more days with me. So get out of your way, Miss Lady. Okay, get out of your way. Get out of your way. Get out of your own way. Set your intention. Set your goal. Yeah, I think you said, how do I let society know that? Okay, so let me come back to that, okay? Or can you DM me and I'll answer Destiny's donations? Or remind me just a second. Let me finish this thought, then I'll answer that question. Set your intention, set your divine intention, and then get out of the way and let God and the universe or source or creator or however it is you language it, because I leave space for you to call God by whatever name you call, or as somebody I know says, the God of your understanding. Get out of the way and let it do what it do. Okay? I'm so pleased. That's why I'm leaving it open for another few days. Sunday at midnight, it goes away. It's free. You just go to CaptivatingConversations.live. We're still letting people sign up and register. You have the whole weekend to binge watch all of it. It's 25 amazing speakers, coaches. You just get your whole life. And then you can also get the downloadable workbook called Captivating Insights. And when you go to the page, we'll show you how to do that. Join the Facebook group. It's really jumping in the Facebook group. I love that group. And there are gifts to be had. And there's a lot of people who don't know this, but those of you who have been the most engaged are going to get something in the mail from me. Well, you're going to be announced and you'll get something in the mail from me. Okay, that's enough of that. Those are 3 things I learned. Step up into your gifts. Well, that's the 4th. You got some bonuses. Step into your gifts. Step up into the leadership of your gifts. Everything that has been given to you for a reason. And if you're not living out your gifts, I'm getting messages. If you're not living from the space of your gifts, and if this time didn't put a little fire in your belly, like, we don't know, life is special. Life is precious. If you're not living your life, living your best life right now, even amidst the chaos, then when are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? The hair is so pretty on you and matches your face really well. Thank you. Like my little wig hat. Okay. So there's a lady here asking a question about donations. I don't know your business, and I'm not going to have a chance to go to your website, but I would say have everything in alignment on your website, on your social. The name of the group is Captivating Conversations Community. If you come into the community, I'm happy to have you there. But the way to register for the actual entire summit is to go to CaptivatingConversations.live, and here on my Instagram, it's the first link in the bio. So you can join the group, but that's the group is like sort of the after party. What you want are the actual interviews, and that happens at CaptivatingConversations.live. So my lady, oh, you loved, yeah, Kim Fields came and talked, Erica Alexander, Rolanda Watts, April Franks came and brought the Domination Nation, like she always brings fire too. You've been attending all week. Oh, thank you so much. I love it. Well, now you have all weekend, because listen, not everybody can catch every single interview, every single, speaker. Now you can watch it all weekend long. So yes, so my Destiny's donations, lady, I would say to you, make sure that you are in alignment everywhere. Nowadays there's a lot of hoaxes going on. A lot of people presenting as one thing and they're really not. So they're presenting like this, but they're really not that. And it's an unfortunate time for that. There are people who would steal from others. There are people who, like I remember when hand sanitizer was like $1 billion. So something that's usually a little $5 thingy is now $35. And so it's unfortunate that we live in a time when there are people who would not trust someone who has an experience where you can donate. And like I said, I don't know much about your business, but I would say really have full alignments and really have testimonials from people that you've helped before, and be in alignment everywhere. And just keep talking about your business and being in alignment every time you show up. And people will begin to trust, because we need to trust right now. We need to trust you, and you need to be trustworthy. I hope that's helpful. Okay. Thank you so much, Monica. I'm so glad that you were there. If I'm following you, does that make me be in the, so Shirley Smith, just because you're following does not mean that you're in the summit. The summit is a special other site where all of the interviews live. You have to go to CaptivatingConversations.live. I've put the link. If you look somewhere on my page, trust me, it's here, because I've been promoting it for over a week. You must click there. You must register. You can come into the Facebook group, but it's not going to be anything like the entire summit. There's some after talk. There's some after interviews, but it's not the real summit. It is free to join. However, I do have a VIP option, and those people get an extra 30 days with me. We get a chance to work on their businesses a little bit more. They'll get to learn about writing books and about how to speak and how to share their stories and how to tell their stories, how to build online businesses. So anybody who invested at that level will get a chance to go a little bit further with me, but the free is really, really good. Okay. And you go to CaptivatingConversations.live and click on one of the links. You'll see the free option. You'll see the upgrade. I always believe in taking the upgrade. If you can do it, do it. It's an investment in yourself, and it shows the person that you're investing with that you mean business. Wait, I didn't even tell you the best part. Speaking of donations. So when I found out that during this time, the time of COVID, the pandemic, that people who are suffering from domestic abuse are suffering even more. The incidents of domestic violence have gone through the roof globally. So there are people who are not able to get out of the situation because now they're hidden at home with their abuser. There were shelters that were closing, and if I was being abused at home, would I stay at home where I'm safe? Or would I go into a shelter where I don't know if those people have the virus? Those kinds of things were a big deal to people who were at home. I remember reading this website that said, so here's what you got to do. Don't wear any necklaces so you can't get choked. I'm like, what? Don't, if you're getting hit, roll up in a ball. They're literally giving instructions on what to do if you're at home and you can't get out. And it just touched my heart, because I have also been in a couple of situations where I was in some danger in my relationship, and it just touched my heart that there were families that can't get out and can't get help. And so a percentage of that upgrade goes to that. a percentage of that upgrade will go to that so that we as a community can lift and help other families. Boom. Thank you, Wanda. I feel your love. That's right. CapCon 2020. Or CapConvo, excuse me. CapConvo 2020. Oh, I'm so glad you just signed up. Watch all the interviews, enjoy it. And if you want to keep them for 30 days, you can do that by upgrading. Hello. So I saw somebody ask me a question about acting. It's hard for me to answer questions about acting because I don't know when I'll get to act again. There are no productions in production. No show is in production right now. And I was just talking to to someone about the fact that there'll be no kissing scenes for a really long time. But here's something else I want to teach you and share with you. Whatever it is that you do, have a little something else that you do. Whatever it is that you do, have a little something else that you do. A little side hustle, a little extra thingy thing. You have some gifts. Can you cook? You need to be cooking on the side. Are you a good baker? My makeup artist who can do no makeup right now, unless she puts on a mask. But how am I going to get my makeup done with a mask on? She can't do makeup, but she is a hell of a baker. She is making these cakes and these pies and shipping them across country. She's already had this gift, but she found this new way to express this gift. Whatever it is that you do, do something else. If I was just an actress, and there's nothing wrong with being just an actress. If I was just a comedian, and there's nothing wrong with being just a comedian, I would have nothing right now. Right now, I have this summit. Right now, I have y'all as my besties and my besties that I brought to my new besties. So, do it. Do something. Do something in addition to the something that you do. So I see a question here that's really good. How do you get past the fear of using your gifts, especially when public speaking is a part of your gift? So I can help you with that so much. I want you to DM me after this. Let me ask you this. Are you really afraid? What piece of the public speaking are you afraid of? Answer that for me. What piece of this? What piece of that are you afraid of? Who was that said? Let me just make sure I'm answering the right person here. The person who said that, okay, so Miss Lady K, what are you afraid of? Tell me what you're afraid of when it comes to speaking. Thank you, Kimberly. I love all Kimberlys because I'm a Kimberly too. Kimberly Hardy, I see you. Turn off the food processor. Okay. Oh, you know what? That's probably my computer. Hold on. What do I unplug? I don't want to unplug the wrong thing. I unplugged the wrong thing. Hold on. Hold on just a second here. I did something cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Hang on. Cam. Which camera? Hang on. Stay right there. I'm sorry, Facebook. Why did it do that? It sounds like I've got a food processor. I do not. Oh, man. What am I going to do? Hang on just a second, Facebook. I'm coming back. Stop cam. Start cam. It's not recognizing my HD. Maybe if I just pull that out. Let's see what happens. It's going to be an awful view. My regular camera is not the best. Okay. See, it's not as good as my webcam. Okay, sorry about that, Facebook. Somebody said turn off the food processor. Maybe you were talking about the fan that I had going. Sorry about that. Comparison to others that do public speaking. Okay, so I'm going to tell you something that actually came out of this very summit. So Jerome Teasley, who is my personal trainer, I've been working on getting my fitness and getting my health in order. And he offered an amazing offer to do 6 weeks of training for only $60 for everybody in this group. What I'll do is I'll come back and put that link everywhere. So on Facebook, you'll see that link. And on Instagram, just come back and as soon as I'm done with this, give me 20 minutes to get it up and running. If you want to join the group and we'll all get to work out together. He said something this week that almost made me cry. 100% is 100%. So this is for the lady who says that she's comparing herself to others. 100% is 100%. In other words, you're 100%. If you're putting Say it again. You can't hear it on here, but yeah, I'm sorry. Was it loud? I'm so sorry. It was loud. I'm sorry. The fan was loud, you guys. Thank you, Trina. You can't hear it on here, but on Instagram. So sorry about that. And plus the phone is right by my computer. I'm sorry about that. Okay. 100% is 100%. 100% of what you can do if you're doing your best is what matters. So I've been speaking on stage for 35 years. I've been a stand-up comedian since 1985. My 100% is going to be my 100%. It's going to be very different from somebody who just started or somebody who's been speaking on stage for 50 years. You really can't compare yourself to others. You can only compare your best self to your next best self. So you start where you are. You start with the message that you want to share with other people. You want to start with the message you want to get out to people and the message you want to get into people. You craft your speeches in a very specific way. You get better at speaking on stage. You practice. By the way, you may not be able to get on stage live for a while, but certainly live streaming is possible. DM me and I can help you if you're really, really serious. And you will get better and better and better. The first time I stepped on stage to do stand-up, I was horrible. I was not as good as anybody until I was as good as me. So you just have to start where you are, and you have to be willing to invest in yourself to get better and better and better. So, and excuse me, let me just take a sip. That is a big cup of tea. You just have to compare yourself to the last version of yourself. You cannot compare yourself to the great orators on stage. That's what you need to do. You need to study everyone. Study everyone's style, watch lots and lots of speakers, and then practice and find your own jam, find your own style. If you're really serious, let me know. I saw Shay Wheat stop by. Hello. I wonder what you're doing to pivot on purpose as an event planner. I just did my first summit, Shay, live summit online called the Captivating Conversations Live. Captivating Conversations Summit. You can go to CaptivatingConversations.live. And it was really something else. I was my own event planner. Y'all are worth your weight in gold. I see you, Shay Wheat. I see you. We're going to work together one day. Sheila Roberson wants to know, I've always wondered how actors can remember their lines. Can you give a little info? How do actors remember their lines? Everybody has their own style. Erica Alexander had, and I don't know if she does this now, but back when we were working on Living Single, that's the one who played Max. She would sometimes record everyone else's lines, just get a little hand recorder. And nowadays you can do it in your phone. And she would record everyone else's lines in her voice in the scene and then leave her own lines out. So she would, pretend to be all the rest of us at home and then leave a space for where her line would come. So that was a technique that she told me she did. For me, it's rehearsal. I have to just say it over and over and over and over again with my actors. I like to rehearse. I don't like to rehearse too much because then it gets boring to me, but I need to just say the lines over and over and over again. And sometimes, especially in the sitcom world and actually on film too, you rehearse, and then as you're getting your makeup touched up, or as you kind of come together in a little group and just say the lines. Just get them in your mouth and say them, and then you go and record them. You go and tape or film them. So everybody has their own technique. For me, it's rote. I got to say it over and over and over again. And also walking the scene and saying it will remind you, when I stand here, this is what I say. When I stand here, this is what I say. And just so you know, for me, as soon as the show was over, those lines would get dumped out of my head. I had to, because I had to put new lines in the next week. So I don't remember. There's so much. I watch the show times. I go, what happens next? I don't even know. Okay, hope that helps. All right, you guys, I'm going to. Okay, good. You're going to inbox me. Good. Yeah, if you're serious about it, please do. Yeah, please do. All right, I can let you all go. I've kept you, long enough. I'm exhausted. I want to take off these lashes. I want to take off this glitter on my lid, and I want to take off my wig hat and rest a little bit. However, I want to remind you again, I love you back, Monique. I want to remind you again, if you'd like to get some serious inspiration, motivation, lessons to grow your business, lessons to grow your spiritual self, I have brought 25 besties together, and you will love it. And it's free. And it's free for the rest of the weekend. And then it gets locked away in the vault. You go to CaptivatingConversations.live. It's the first link in my bio right here. I will link some information about 2 other opportunities in my bio here that come out of these amazing speakers, and also here on the Facebook. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you all. This week was a really powerful week. I'm exhausted and I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. Actually, I'm not exhausted. I'm energized by all of it, but I'm going to get some sleep tonight. Hey, Shadina Luton, how are you? How's the acting career? I know none of us can work, right, girl? None of us can work right now. But as soon as it opens back up again, I plan to be on it. Thank you all so much for being here with me. Share this with a friend if this was helpful for you. Kimberly said you started a nonprofit a few years ago. Let me just give you one little tidbit about that. Share your story, Kimberly. Share the story of why you started this nonprofit, why it's important for people to come on board with your mission, and people will be throwing their credit cards at you. Share your why, what your heart is for the people that you're helping, the group that you're helping, the animals that you're helping, whatever your nonprofit is. Share your why powerfully. Connect it to the people who would support you, and they'll be throwing their credit cards at you. And you'll be helping the people the way you really want to. I hope that helps. Yeah. Yep. James Mathis III. Hello, sir. Hello, how are you? Oh, it's so happy. I'm so happy to see you. You were my special dessert for the night. Thank you. How are you? Thank you for being so awesome. Takes one to know one. I love when the friends show up. Hey, brother, thank you. How are you? How's your family? Yay. All right, I see your mini-me's. Your mini-me's are wonderful. All right, bruh. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for showing up. I hope to see you on the live binge summit experience. And have a great weekend. I'll come back and play. Maybe I won't have on so many lashes. It's literally keeping my eyes. It's like I can hardly keep them open. Thank you, guys. Good night. I'm going to say goodbye to Facebook, YouTube first. Good night.